Hey everybody, Sparty back with another tutorial. This time we're going to look at Plink Dashes. So if you didn't know about Marvel, you can dash in a few different ways. You can dash with double inputs, just like you can Street Fighter and a lot of other fighting games. You can also dash with a combination of any two of your light, medium or heavy buttons. Which can also include the S as well if you want to, but you can basically do it with any combination of H and M, L and H, medium and heavy. You cannot cancel a dash into another dash. If you try to do that, you just get the normal, unless you're going from backwards to forward. So if I try and do 2 forward dashes in a row, you just get the most prioritized button out of that combination. So if I double tap with mediums, I get a medium. If I double tap with heavies and mediums, I get the heavy. So you can't cancel into another dash. However, you can cancel into a heavy, as we've already seen, or a light, or a medium, whichever one. That medium, or that light, or that heavy, and we specifically use heavy all the time here, can be cancelled into a dash. So a heavy, like that, can be cancelled into a dash like that. Which means we can scoot all the way around the screen like this, and depending on how fast your plinks get, you can plink smooth as butter all around the screen, which I shouldn't need to tell you how that's better than, say, trying to move around the screen like this with like button inputs. It's even better than wave dashing like this, which is a staple of Marvel movement early doors. Plink Dashing allowed us to get even smoother movement than this. Instead of this janky up and down motion, we can also do smooth movement on the ground, but also in the air. So you want to be able to do it in both the ground and the air, because we used to dash around like this in a zigzag flight pattern, which was, it's a bit all over the place. If you have this motion, it's so much more natural than, say, zigzagging around. So you get better control of movement in the air, better control of your movement on the ground, but also doing this, you see that input there, heavy cancelled into a light and medium. I'll get to that in just a moment, but you see I can move around very quickly, but I also, because I'm cancelling a heavy into the dash, heavy is how you perform a throw in this game. You've pressed towards and heavy, or back and heavy, you perform a throw. So if I do the actual Plink Dash input like this, I hold forwards and do a Plink Dash there, I will get a throw, which is so important in this game. Throws are 1 frame startup. I will throw you much faster than I can hit you with a crouched light or a stand light, which are going to be typically for most characters 4 or 5 frames. A 1 frame grab in a game like this is absolutely just the strongest thing in the game. I think throws are by far probably the strongest thing in the game. So Plink Dashing, allowing you to access that at all times, is amazing. And there's a video I'm going to be putting out, or will have already put out by the time this one comes out, on Plink Dash block option selecting versus Magneto's Tri-Dash highlight high-low throw, which explains that a little bit, but I think I'll put a tutorial up on exactly some of the better applications of that at a later date. Let me know in the comments if you're interested in seeing that. So basically this is the most important method of doing this. Now, I've seen players on pads do it, and I've got a pad here. Typically they'll have, say, one of the buttons bound to, they'll have a pair, or all 3, I think. Maybe a pair of these, so light and medium maybe will be on one of the triggers, like that, so you have it on the trigger there, or something like right trigger, and then they'll press the heavy button or something with one of the face inputs there, and they'll just Plink Dash, sort of like, I don't know if I can show this very well, but Plink Dash sort of like that. I've seen a lot of pad players do it. Pad players have milky, smooth movement. It's lovely. It's lovely. I said milky, I meant silky. There's me giving a Freudian slip away. Shout outs to Milky. On stick, I do it. I'll show you here. I do it heavy to. So I press the heavy and the medium and light, like just right after each other. You can't even tell that I'm doing it on the stick like that. But if I was going to demonstrate that up close, the input is purely, I'm getting my 3rd finger there. I know this looks a bit backwards on the camera for me right now. 3rd finger, and then immediately after I'm getting the 2 fingers coming down for the dash. So it looks a bit like that every time in real slow-mo. And I'm just doing and you will be able to hear, instead of hearing sort of a standard, you can hear the difference. Literally, it's an audible difference. You can hear that 60th of a second difference between your heavy and your medium and medium and L, sorry. So your heavy and your medium and L come 1/60th of a frame apart, and you can hear that. I don't know if you can hear that on the mic, but it's not just dut, dut, dut. There's like a you can hear it. So ways to practice this. It's really important. So ways to practice it. Just go into training mode and make sure that you are able to produce H to light and medium. H to light and medium. That is a Plink Dash input right there. H to light and medium. And try getting it 5 times in a row. 10 times in a row. I cocked it up there, but you saw that it wasn't a perfect sort of H light medium. It says HML, doesn't it? Still did the Plink Dash though. That is why we include the light and medium input instead of just doing H and medium, because you can do Plink Dashes like this. It's just tighter. You use the dash input, light and medium together to do this, because it's just an easier way of doing it. It gives you greater leniency. So go into trainer mode and try and hit 10 plinks in a row. Try and see how many times you get that perfect input like that. That is the first way to practice it. Second way to practice it, if you want to do a corner combo. Oh, I know, I'm trying to train up a combo. I want to do this combo 10 times in a row. Well, don't just start in the corner and start smacking away doing your combo. Start in the middle. Plink dash over to the corner, and then start with a match ready starter like that. Say, messed up a plink there. This is good practice. If you're looking to practice this, practice it before the start of every combo. What I did to improve this specifically was I recorded a lot of videos for YouTube. I recorded a lot of combos, and I would always start the combo with something like a bunch of dashes into something like this, and I'd be doing something so hard, a combo so hard, I'd have to try it 300 times to hit it one time for something really impractical. So I'd do some clever intro like this, and I'd just practice the plinking. And it's one way, it was so I could split up the videos better, but for you, practicing Plink Dashing, it's a good way to do it. If it's the same thing, and before you start your combo, just have a little sequence of Plink Dashes like that. And figure out what's comfortable for you, because you might think you're going to do this with your fingers, but I find it easiest to do it with my wrist. I think I'm doing the wrist. I've seen people do it with their entire elbow. You can do it with the whole elbow moves. I do it with my wrist, basically. I'm not actually moving my fingers that much. My fingers are pretty much staying in the same position, like that, and I'm just sort of up and down, up and down, up and down. So do it before every combo that you start. Try and hit that B&B you've been trying to learn every time. Try and hit it 10 times in a row. And every time you do that, before you do it, get yourself some Plink Dashes. And then try learning to dash up and crouch and quickly do a throw, because you can't cancel this into a throw offensively. So you can't just throw with this. If I start right next to him, I will get a throw if I press the direction, but I can't dash up and do that. You have to crouch cancel first. So try practicing this. Try practicing out of neutral, going straight into the throw. Crouch and then a quick throw input. Keep trying this. Just try it over and over again. It's really useful for that. But then, just generally speaking, as a way to practice this, at work, at school, college, wherever you are, at home, sat around on the couch, on your lap, on something close by to you, on the wall, all day, every day, just sit there. Becomes second nature. You can't drop it in a match if it's second nature to you. It's just too ingrained into your muscle memory. It's so important to get that muscle memory. Because Plink Dash movement is so important. Like, imagine if I was trying to wave dash everywhere. If I didn't have Plink Dashes, my movement, I'd get stuck in flight up there. I'd be zigzagging all over the place, missing heavy inputs. But also, it just adds that option select throw into everything you do. So if I'm zigzagging everywhere, I shouldn't get a throw option select at all in there unless I mess up the input and accidentally do a Plink Dash. But if I do Plink Dashes, I can just throw option select out of everything. And that's the beauty of it. That's the beauty of Plink Dashing. One last thing, just to show you something to preview, I'll probably do more on a throw option select video. But if I record my friend here doing a simple Virgil sequence, Plink Dashing allows you, if you keep inputting it, to also push block. And if you push block in the right way, at the right time, you don't always get it. I just did a Plink Dash away then, one Plink Dash away, and I accidentally threw Virgil. And that's the genius of a Plink Dash throw option select, which, if you learn Plink Dash, will be unlocked next. I'll do another tutorial on that, about throw option selects and how to implement them into your game. But that's for next time. If you did like this video, let me know if you would like anything similar. If you have any questions about this, leave me a comment below. Make sure you like and subscribe if you're enjoying this content. I'm going to try and put out more as soon as I can. Thanks, everybody. Have a good day, and that's all I've got for you, tech-wise. Sparty Tech. I don't know what episode this will be, but this is today's Sparty Tech for you. Peace, fellas. Nice one.